You wanna know the most basic fantasy race out there is? Elves. Elves. Elves, your go-to alternative fantasy race if you ever need to add some spice and wonder to your make-believe world. Need someone to look hot in a very intense battle scene? Elves. Hello and welcome to Badly Explained, a D&D show where I badly explain D&D lore, races, and classes. And today, we're talking about elves. So let's start off with what elves can do, and basically, there's a lot you can do as an elf. Your dexterity goes up by 2, so that makes you a very nimbly elf. Your size is considered medium, which basically means you're basic height kind of person. Elves get to live longer than most fantasy races. They get to live up about, like a crisp 750 years old. So basically, elves are just fantasy boomers. Don't at me, elf mains, you know this is true. Elves have keen senses, so you are proficient in perception. Also, elves are connected to the Feywild, which means you have advantage against being charmed, and magic cannot put you to sleep. Speaking of magic that can't put you to sleep, elves don't sleep. They meditate like every basic white girl who's into yoga. All they gotta do is meditate for 4 hours and bim bam boozle, they're ready to take on the day. Also, you have access to the most legendary and hyped up skill of all D&D that will annoy your DMs up to the high heavens when you say the magic word, I have dark vision, DM. Which basically means you can see in the dark. So that's all you can do as a regular elf. So, let's talk about the special kind of elves in D&D. Let's start off with the Alraune High Elf. Now these bad boys comes from a race of undead elves that thrives off of positivity. 1 ounce of bad vibe will literally kill them, so they must surround themselves in a crystal palace full of good energy crystals to align their chakra and make sure they are one and at peace with the world. Oh, my chakras are aligned. As a high elf, your intelligence increases by 1, so you are a smart cookie. You also get to choose proficiency in 1 skill or 1 tool, and your ability is double for every time you roll for them. You also get to choose 1 cantrip from the wizard spell cantrip list. And also, you get to read, speak, and write in 1 extra language because you, my friend, you're a special elf. Now come here, let me give you a kiss. I'm just gonna give you a very, very nice kiss. Come here. Mwah. I love you. Mwah. You're a special elf. Mwah. After that, we have the Alraune Wood Elves, which are same as before, except you live in a forest instead, like some cottagecore content creator. Your intelligence increases by 1 because you're surrounded by smart trees and plants. Your speed increases to 35 feet because the power of nature makes you go zoom. Next up are the Drow Elves, which are basically your underground elves. These bad boys have been stuck underground for so long that they have extreme sensitivity to sunlight. So what can you do as a Drow Elf? Well, a lot actually. Your charisma increased by 1. You get a super superior dark vision that lets you see in darkness over 120 feet. You also get access to cool spells like dancing lights, fairy fire, and darkness. You are trained in rapiers, short swords, and hand crossbows. But there is a drawback of being a hot underground elf, oh yes. Due to living in your mom's basement for most of your life, you have extreme sensitivity to the sunlight, which basically means you have to roll a disadvantage for any perception checks and attack rolls because the big angry sun scares you too much. It does. I'm scared. It does the same. I'm also scared. I'm also a basement drow. Then we have Eladrin Elves, which are elves from the Feywild. Your intelligence increases by 1. Hi. Hi. We got a cat. Hi. Cat break. Hi. Want to say hi? Hi. Hi, baby. You are my baby. Baby cat. Your intelligence increases by 1. You are proficient in long swords, short bows, and long bows. You also get access to Misty Step, so you can disappear when things go bad. Boop. High elves are not blessed by the 420 Kush magic, but with the arcane kind, where you get access to 1 cantrip from the wizard spell list. Mark of the Shadow Elves are sneaky, shadowy elves. Their advantage in charisma is increased by 1. And with that dashing charisma, you get to roll a d4 and add that to any performance or stealth check. Palid Elves are essentially moon elves. Your wisdom increases by 1, and you also get to roll with advantage when it comes to investigation and insight checks. You also get access to the light cantrip and the sleep in the invisibility spell. Sea elves are basically mermaids. They live in a pineapple under the sea and they can breathe underwater and have a swimming speed up to 30 feet. Your constitution increases by 1. You have proficiency in a spear, trident, light crossbow, and net. You can also sign language to any aquatic life and they will understand. So essentially you're a better Aquaman. Shadar-Kai Elves are from the Shadow Plane and they are loyal to the Raven Queen. Now, you might be asking, who is the Raven Queen? Well, that's a video for another time, but if you guys are like, oh, I don't know, interested in me doing like a video on all the D&D gods and talking about the lore, let me know in the comments below. Essentially, the Raven Queen is a goddess of death, and your big goth MILF girlfriend is looking after you. Wood Elves are essentially your hippie elves. They can move up to 35 feet. You're proficient in longsword, short bow, and longbow. And like the Alraune Wood Elves, you are able to hide any natural object if you stay still long enough. So now you know how to play an elf, so go play a hot-ass elf, you big-ass nerd. Hey everybody, thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you like what you saw, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you're notified of new videos I'll be coming up, and they will always be coming up because we got some cool-ass videos coming up in the near future. Follow me on my socials to keep up to date with all the shenanigans I get myself into. And right now, we are going to shout out our very, very special patrons. Because they're basically the producers of the show and they help produce all these wonderful, amazing videos. So Ben Little, Luke Eccles, Douglas Kislook, Nick Durham, The Chill Son, DJM Blue, Matt Johnson, Cass Bobble, Anakin, Aaron, Sinria, Skylar A, Killed Man, Zachary Lowry, Pyros Nikos, Caitlin Gullickson, Las Atten, Stephen Fawn, Adam Gollinger, Isabel Rakimoff, Faye Flower, Bobby Joe Casto, Tabitha Elizabeth Alison Trammell, and Tanisha Kanita. I want to thank the patrons so much for helping out and everything. So, if you want to get your name shouted out at the end of these videos, or get access to cool things on my Patreon, which will be like short stories I've written with you guys, get to decide on what happens and all that stuff, or get special access to videos early before they're posted on YouTube, then please feel free to check it out in the link below. And that's all I gotta say about that. You guys have a lovely, lovely day. Have a good night, wherever you are, and please be kind to yourself. Peace. Now, who is the Raven Queen? Well, that's a video for another time. Oh, God. I had a hiccup counter. I had a hiccup counter. I don't care how many hiccups I've been doing through this entire take. Just keep it in. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, God. I just want to film. Please. Please, body, let me film. Please. Please. I'm begging. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Okay, we're done. Oh, God damn it.